to navigate what OMG had. This time around, potentially eyeing up something like a Wukong instead. I definitely wouldn't mind it. Wukong Zeri, look for something like Lulu on third. And it does make, you know, a Vi's life quite difficult moving forward. I do have to say, we'll see what the call is though, as Aphelios as well could be the other shout out here to take the other side carry matchup that we've been seeing all, or at the very least we saw in game number 1. Instead, going back to the Jinx for a round 2.
So the Jinx taken, the Jin? What?
The
Jinx taken for top esports as my brain just malfunctions on stream. Tahm, Kench available, and you'd expect that to be the third lock-in for top esports. As Creme going back to this Ahri once again, was happy with it in game number 1, and the Aphelios as well. This feels like stock and standard from OMG for what we've seen in recent games.
Yeah, absolutely it does. So top esports have this decision to make, right? The Tahm Kench, which had a whole bunch of value last game and is going to have a whole bunch of value this game with a Vi in it, and it's just got to be the choice. So I don't even really get to talk about it, or it would have been the mid lane, right? So now OMG get to pinch Rookie's champion pool a bit, but like, it's Rookie. So how much does it matter, really? I think Rookie's champion pool is so deep that I could even see OMG realistically banning away a couple of top laners from QingTian that they don't want to deal with. And speaking of top laners, actually, I do suspect that top esports might put a little bit of respect on Shanji's name, but no, they go towards the Thresh for the very least. I think it's probably going to be something like Thresh plus the Kennen, if I had to wager a guess, maybe the Rumble, and from there, top esports should feel quite comfortable.
Ppgod going to be banned away as well.
Okay, yeah.
We'll see if those top lane bans do come on through, but it's all going to be down to player decision making. And I mean, the Thresh being banned away, Tahm Kench already taken. You could ban something like the Nautilus maybe, just remove some of that hard engage, maybe the Renata if you want to be diving the Aphelios yourself. But no Rumble, take it away from Shanji, which is understandable.
Yeah, Shanji always willing to pull that one out. And if QingTian is looking to go towards something like the Cassante or anything like that, or anything potentially tanky, could be a little bit difficult to navigate into what is a very, very hard lane bully in Rumble. OMG are going to pinch more on Rookie champion pool, so it will be this Syndra removal. And honestly, Rookie, I mean, with the exception of the Vi being there, could go towards the LeBlanc again. I feel like it's pretty okay. The lockdown from Vi can get a little bit frustrating, but good in the 2v2 with the Wukong, and that's really what you're setting up for in that regard. A whole bunch of CC and damage, so it makes sense from the side of top esports. Give QingTian R5 and see what we can counterpick here into Shanji's champion pool.
Yeah, worth mentioning as well that, you know, you talk about how tough the Vi lockdown can be. LeBlanc can also kind of bait that Vi ultimate and bring Vi all the way into your own team and force a bit of a misplay if Aki's not careful. So we'll see if that's going to happen. Rakan locked in for Ppgod in the bottom side. So hard engage, bit of protection there with the quickness as well. And then we already saw the Cassante hovered. Would not surprise me in the slightest. I mentioned it before, Shanji, 7 teams this split on the Cassante, 70% win rate. But the Kennen's still open as well.
Yeah, I think either or, the Kennen for a little more shock and awe on a backline does actually kind of sync up with what OMG mostly want to do holistically, right? You've got Vi, you've got Ahri, you're moving forward probably anyway, Rakan as well. All of the extra burst damage on the lockdown. Go for it. And again, just going towards the Malphite pick again. In isolation, pretty okay into this Kennen and into Aphelios always. It's just something that he has to watch his positioning for, and if he doesn't, he gets Malphite ulted, and then the rest of top esports collapse very happily on that knocked up target. So for top, it's a lot of diving for both of these teams, really. It's a lot of diving forward. The only real exception is JackeyLove is probably just going to be protected and man-marked consistently by Mark. That's about it. So both these teams kind of looking at similar goals, just approaching them slightly differently. For OMG, a little more flank-focused. For top esports, you can find flanks, but you can fight full. He's all right at it, and he's wearing it again. Because, honestly, if you have a skin on a champ, why wouldn't you?
Do you know, I actually, I heard this, there was an interview with Ruler asking about why he doesn't use his own skin. And apparently Ruler says that he does use his skin on Xayah sometimes, but it's only in like crucial games. Like, let's say you're in a best of 5 for playoffs or for finals or whatever. That's his extra level of power. That's something else he can unlock to go deeper. Abel taking a fair bit of damage. Wow. He actually flashes for chains and forces a flash out of Abel as well.
Yeah, Rookie, very, very selfless there, looking for that play. And now it does mean that, realistically, if OMG
That's
want
both
to,
sums.
could be very, very vulnerable. And look where the wave is as well. It could even miss a creep, maybe 2 of XP with no summoners, so vulnerable. We'll see what that play yields. And, you know, for Rookie, it's not much a loss. It's a flash so early on that the window to punish it is quite small for OMG. And realistically, you need Vire to lock down LeBlanc in many cases, so should be fine. And even what we just saw there, really smart from Mark, because he knows OMG won't be on the wave, pulling it into the bush, making it slow push in, and making sure that one creep at the very least dies on the shove-in. So you'll see, really nice from our observers to zoom out. He misses at the very least 1 XP, and that's just going to slow down the level 2.
Certainly will. Gives advantage to top esports in the bottom side for the laning phase. But on top of that, just the fact that Flash and Ghost are down, Abel's going to have to be that much more careful when Tian and Aki are hovering around that bottom side. Granted, they are both pathing up towards the top side for the time being, but still has to be a little bit cautious. Worth mentioning as well, we saw it flash up on our screen there. JackeyLove, this is his 500th game in the LPL.
Not bad. I was gonna say half a Centurion, but then I remembered Centurions are 100. So
100. Million?
Yeah? Yeah. Well, sounds a little bit too wordy though, you know? Like,
yeah, it's definitely not a real word, but we'll take it. We'll take it.
But yeah, whatever that word means, just yeah, half the way to 1,000. Like JackeyLove, he's no longer that, you know, young spring 80 carry that we feel like was a rookie anymore, right? Like,
so
he's an experienced lad.
To have played 50 games is a half century, right?
Yeah.
So to have played 500 games would be a half millennium, surely.
Yes.
Since the follow-up to century in years is millennium,
okay.
I assume that translates. So it's a half millennium for JackeyLove with the LPL.
Better diets, just talking nonsense.
Well, it wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah, I was about to say, it wouldn't be the first time we talk nonsense on any broadcast, really.
Creme looking to pounce here as Aki waiting in the wings, but I think he's just going to go for the scuttle crab. No, play towards the mid lane. I mean, again, like, look at our AD carries. It's going to be a fairly slow start to this one as JackeyLove picking up a cull on his recall. He knows it's going to be slow as well. I feel like we're looking towards the solo lanes for action in this one and whether or not the jungles can get involved in those lanes.
Yeah, exactly. And the setup in the early stages is quite limited on both sides, so it's going to have to be, you know, blood in the war situations. Oh, this champion's 300 HP underneath their tower, come dive them, or just flat out overextensions. Other than that, I think it should be relatively slow. And like we said, you know, even though Rookie blew his flash in the early stages, very hard to punish LeBlanc without the Vi ultimate, and that window is a little bit too shallow. Creme could be the recipient of a gank here from Tian. No, he doesn't see the wolf, though. It would be pretty funny.
Yeah, I don't know what the wolf was even doing. Why is it just running into the lane? Tian finds the stealth, gets in. And you know what? You'll be happy with that. Get some flash out of him.
Yeah, not bad. Get the flash.
Oh,
now,
Rookie missed the cannon, though. Was it worth it?
Another
Was it worth it? I'm not sure.
Like, honestly, I think just remake the game. Don't get the kill, and you missed the cannon.
I'm not sure that's in the rulebook. He gets a remake if cannon's missed.
I know. Maybe Mark just felt like going on that small voyage, as it could still be on cooldown by the time Aki looks at his play, actually. So,
double knockup from Ppgod here. Aki moving into the bottom side. Gravitum available onto Mark. He's already used his flash. The knockback is there. Mark surely goes down. The shield keeps him alive for a second, but there we go. Ignite finishes the job for Ppgod.
Yeah, quite strange. I'm not sure whether or not Mark would have been able to have W out of that play, but the fact that he doesn't have it just kind of confirms his death 100%. And like we said, plays should be slow unless we see outright overextensions, and that was one of them from top esports. And Aki and Ppgod with that double knockup pounce, and they pounce quick.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic knockup from Ppgod. The fact that he gets it onto 2 players, both of whom have flash available, that is something special right there. Managing to pull it out. Tian waiting in the wings, but Aki's still here as well. They've spotted Aki on the tri-brush ward, surely. Yeah,
I think Aki also pinged out that Tian was there, so they actually know. And it's just both teams working with full information about each other's whereabouts.
It feels tense.
It's a Mexican off, you know. I can hear the music playing You know how it goes in those good old westerns. As yeah, Mark. So
well,
Mark
this is a Chinese standoff.
True, it's an Eastern standoff. As yeah, so I'm not really sure whether or not Mark would have nailed the Abyssal Voyage out and kept himself alive, but again, the skill is down. It's also being highlighted by our observers. I feel like maybe E into W. Yeah, I don't think it's unrealistic. The channel is kind of short, so gets himself killed with that one. On the back end of the play, regardless, it seems like Top Esports will get this dragon. First one in the game, Hex will be theirs. Cloud is the next one, so we won't have either of those as souls.
No, certainly not. As a 1,000 gold lead for OMG off the back of that play and off the back of CS advantages up in the top side specifically, but also in the jungle. Shanji, about 20 CS up though. It's not a bad little start, especially with where the wave is in the lane. Like that CS advantage is only going to get bigger in this one as JackeyLove gets himself a ward down. Gonna look for a reset himself and try and find himself some items, because right now Abel is massively ahead of him with those boots and 2 long swords. JackeyLove wanting to get a bit of power for himself, and the boots will come on through.
Yeah, but this is a big wave that not only is JackeyLove gonna find himself missing at the very least the cannon and maybe a melee, but crucially as well, you saw Abel just walks up to the tower, gets himself a solo plate. So the gold just swings a little bit more in the OMG AD carry's favor, as that ward, I don't know if that's in the bush, looks kind of awkward. Chink's gonna ult away from the ult.
Yeah, instant slam of the R key there from QingTian, keeps himself safe. Knew that Creme was missing and has to respond in kind. So ult for ult up on the top side, but I believe Malphite ult is actually a shorter cooldown than Slicing Maelstrom, but looks similar on the interface, at least for now. As first strike went the way of Top Esports. Next one not up for another 3.5 minutes, but Herald is now on the map. But both junglers not looking for it right now. They are looking to play around that bottom lane. Charm lands in the mid lane. Second chain from Rookie. Wow. Forces the Spirit Rush.
Yeah, and that's crucial, because now Tian actually has a pretty viable way to attack this mid lane, but with Aki seeing what's going on here, has the level 6, don't forget again. Easy to lock down the LeBlanc now that you have that tool. So we'll just hover around and ensure that Creme isn't going to get put too far down in pressure. And what I actually wanted to mention while she was talking about the Herald is the first Heralds have gone to OMG so far in the series. In part because Top Esports have been forcing plays on the bottom side at this timer, and it's happening for a 3rd game in a row.
Yeah, so waiting for another wave so they can slow push and crash a absolutely massive wave here. And Tian is just going to wait patiently. We've seen this from Tian over the years. He's very happy to commit a lot of time to a significant play like this. Waiting in the wings, Cyclone available. Has now been spotted by Ppgod. Rookie's moving over as well. And Abel and Ppgod, it's too late for them to try and leave the play. They've got to try and find a turnaround kill. Cyclone is there, able to target. Flashes onto the flame chompers, but Ppgod keeping him alive. Finally goes down. The support alone under the tower. Do they re-dive this one? It feels dangerous with Creme moving over. A kill and a plate for Top Esports in trade for the Herald.
Yeah, you'll take what you can get in that situation. And Abel makes a bit of an oopsie, flashes onto the flame chompers, and that could have sealed his life, but I'm not sure where else he could really flash. Maybe just don't. By the end of it, immediate replay. Let's see if there's really much an angle. I feel like the chompers are just in such a good position. And it is kind of unlucky. Yeah, like it's a really hard angle to flash out of, to be honest with you. I can't fault Abel for trying at all. But dive, super clean. Tower aggro juggle, really good. Really hard to walk out from OMG there. Good play to cross map from Top Esports. But it's about what the Herald actually gets on the back end.
This is an all-in. This is an all-in from Shanji. QingTian playing way too dangerous. Oh my days. Sub 100 HP.
Yeah, don't worry about it. He's all right. He's, if I may say so myself, rock solid. So he's good.
No.
Oh no. He's going to walk out of that.
He's coral solid in this one.
Yeah, I guess. Is that what that skin is? Yeah, I can. Yeah, he's coral solid.
He looks like he's one of Davy Jones' crew off the second Pirates film.
Yeah. I haven't seen Pirates of the Caribbean in so long.
Oh, I rewatched them a little while ago, and I will say the first one's still amazing.
Okay.
The second one, I don't know. It's not as good as I remember. I love Bill Nye, but that film, it ain't it. Tian, good little clone to dodge away from the knock-up. Actually committing to the play here. You don't have a top laner right now, Tian. I'm amazed that he went for that.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Pass back. Could be Rookie all in.
They lack critical information. Aki surely dies. And now Rookie 1v1 against Creme. It's a good charm, but the Spirit Rush on cooldown. That's pretty much all Ahri's got in the tank. Rookie should be able to just walk this one out, although misses the chains. Just waiting for the distortion to come back up. Hiding behind the blue buff so the charm can't come out. And will walk away with his life.
Yeah, Creme doesn't want to commit the flash, so it's not going to happen. A very, very funny sequence of plays there. Rookie assisted from his brother in the bottom side of the map. That rocket actually gives him the damage he needs to kill Ahri on the retreat there. But definitely a bit of a head scratcher from Tian, who's back out on the map already and is taking the dragon. So, you know, again, it's okay. It's a fast reset launch. That's all it was. He actually wanted this bottom side dragon.
It is worth mentioning that Tian was in that position to set up for Rookie. The thing is, Rookie wasn't in position yet, so it just all gets a little unfortunate.
I think he's actually just looking for Shanji, right? And then he kind of runs into Aki and Creme preemptively teleported. So it's an unfortunate sequence of events. Speaking of unfortunate, this rocket for Aki, it's about 300 damage. But it brings him... How does he not collide with... That's
Rookie's
also a bit of a...
Just feel diff.
He just like Ultra Instinct dodged behind. I can just hear the trumpets in my head now.
It's the fact that he throws the chain backwards as well.
Yeah,
and like
he preemptively hits the flash. Yeah. Yeah, really interesting one.
I guess that was gonna run out of time. That's the only logical reason I can think to just slam it.
Yeah,
but then again,
it's gonna get the tower.
Doesn't
So
matter.
it's not bad.
It's still gonna get the tower. Yeah.
Yeah, not bad at all. And you know, I'm thinking about it now because we have a little bit of a moment to breathe. I think if Aki hit Rookie going over the wall, it would give him his passive shield. He could have maybe walked it off for someone else to come back and help him. So kind of unlucky there.
As now top Esports pressuring in the bottom side, looking for this red buff as the Herald continues to slam QingTian up in the top lane. It's a 50 CS lead for Shanji on that Kennen. Top Esports, they've got 4 people in the bottom side and they find nothing off of it.
No, they don't. That Herald, of course, so much gold into Shanji's back pocket. Got a second charge as well. Half HP's the tier 2 up here, so potentially standing gold, right? For a play up here later on. As we've got players on the side.
Shanji's basically 1,000 gold ahead of anyone on top Esports right now.
Yeah, I was about to say, he's up highest in the game. And 1-to-1 with QingTian, he's up 1.5k. And he is strong. Rocket Belt, Pen Boots, and an Olenator. He's going to blow up JackeyLove or Rookie if he gets on top of either of those 2 targets. Hell, even Tian this early stage in the game with no magic resist. So top Esports have to be concerned about that if they fight at this next dragon, OMG. And they should look to fight. They should be
talking about Tian as well. Like Wukong, you know, the clone can save you from a lot of situations. Kennen is one of the few champions in the game that the clone will not save you. When that Slicing Maelstrom is there, like, it's just shot your clone and also hit you. Like, it does not matter whether you clone or not. QingTian looking for it all in onto Creme at the top side. Spirit Rush is available. Can't dodge the ulti though, and he just autos him down. Creme, no idea that he was even in danger.
Rock solid QingTian. And he is a bit of a tank himself, isn't he? QingTian just runs Creme down. He's just not expecting the damage at all. Flash comes in late. Really funny play to watch happen. But
I mean,
it's the nature of Malphite, man.
Embarrassing for Creme, it has to be said. It's a little bit embarrassing. On the back of that, this could be a Herald, and you can see OMG moving in strike contest as well, but JackeyLove a marker here. Tian already on the Herald. Big damage from JackeyLove. Ppgod. He goes in, but then across the team from the
side. Look at Shanji.
Ppgod trying to make it happen. Shanji behind enemy lines. Rookie escapes. Slicing Maelstrom doesn't do enough. And Abel still alive. Mark gets a shield, and Abel turned around on double for JackeyLove as Rookie looks for more. Creme wide on the charm. And top Esports, they're just too clean with it.
Yeah, man, the front line of OMG just gets annihilated before it can come through from Shanji. little bit out of sorts there, OMG, and Top Esports happy to just catch the falling pieces as they land in their hands. They'll get the Herald. Now they're set up quite well for this next Dragon. The gold difference for now, though, across the teams isn't actually as big as you would maybe expect, but a team fight going the way it does. Did we need a replay of this one? Did observers?
Absolutely, we did.
They're so cruel, but I mean, yeah, Creme, you know, no flash away from the Ultimate. It's quite close range. It's difficult as the air slap onto Ahri takes Creme's life. And that's what I'm talking about. OMG just get chunked really heavily. Half HP Ppgod is by the time he goes in, interrupted by the Cyclone. And at that point, by the time he gets onto JackeyLove, 100 HP. It's a little bit too much to handle as Rookie is also blowing up Abel on the backside, whilst Shanji does his best, but by the time Abel's able to offer up anything for his top laner, he's 200 HP. Oh.
And once again, Mark saving the day. JackeyLove should, by all rights, have been dead there, but again, JackeyLove playing around this Tahm Kench perfectly. And whenever Tahm Kench is in, JackeyLove is the force to be reckoned with, because he is a damn aggressive AD carry, but you can be alongside a Tahm Kench. QingTian now taking this top tower, has TP available, which Shanji doesn't, as the third Drake spawning, and Top Esports having the first two already.
Yeah, so Rookie's setting up for this flank. I'm pretty sure he should be able to see this dragon is happening. Are Top Esports actually willingly giving this up? Yeah, 2 towers. It seems like that's going to be the call.
I call it with every single day of the week, right? You've already got 2 Drakes for yourself. You're not exactly in threat of a soul for the side of OMG. No way that they're getting in him tower here. Top Esports, this is a snowball and a half. Trading 1 Ocean Drake for 3 towers in the mid lane. Rookie in trouble as Shanji tries to get on, but Aki just pulled away from the rest of his team. Baited in and taken out. Shanji using his ult as well.
Yeah, massive, massive sequence for Top Esports. 3 towers is absurd, and OMG, they try and call something back there, but Rookie, really smart, double distortion, just drags Aki all the way with him. And there's nothing you can do about it. Once you press that R key, you're going on a journey, whether you like it or not. And Top Esports happily picked that kill up.
Jamada, have you seen that video of that dog that's like pretending that his leg doesn't work, then just gets up and walks away? Yeah, that's Top Esports this series. Game number 1 looking pathetic. And game number 2 and 3, just they're playing mind games with OMG right now.
Yeah, hold no punches, Munch. Pathetic. This is a strong way to put it. But you know what? You're right. They were getting pushed about by OMG.
Top Esports fan, okay?
Yeah. I know. That's what I'm saying.
Fans are the ones that'll say it real.
Yeah, that's a good. It's like Arsenal TV. The ones from England will know that one. But yeah, it was definitely a really shocking game 1. To be polite, and now these last 2 games have been much more like the Top Esports that we remember, and we're expecting and we're beginning to get comfortable with until the last 2 or 3 weeks. And it could have come at a more crucial time in this series. Against OMG. Now, of course, both of these teams with their individual game wins locked in playoffs, but this is all about seeding. And, you know, brought up Arsenal TV a second ago to bring up football as well. This is, you know, what you would refer to in football as a 6-point game, right? Winning this series, not only, of course, gives you an extra win, but it's denying pretty much your direct competitor that win and giving them that loss. So it feels like that extra buffer against them specifically. And, of course, both of these teams, only 1 game left after this, so very, very close to being done.
I just want to mention as well, like, both teams have now made it to playoffs. For OMG, this isn't just about making. They keep on making playoffs, and they keep on finishing in 10th place. If they could win this series and the next series as well, they could skip the first round of playoffs. They would guarantee that this is their best year in a long, long time if they could just win this game. And it's not out just yet. Like, it's only 3 and a bit thousand gold lead. Now, granted, Top Esports are looking good. Their composition's looking good. But OMG certainly not out of the running just yet. And I don't want to count them out just yet because, again, getting wins here, getting a win in their final series, it would be so massive, not just for the roster, but for the organ as well. In, like, going with this rookie experiment, keeping the same rookies a long time on the roster, building up over years. It feels good to see from the squad, and I want to see it rewarded. I want OMG to succeed so badly. Doesn't feel like this is the game for them. unless they can find some turnaround on what's been happening.
Yeah, and you know what? It's not even impossible. Even if they lose this series here against Top Esports, the ones with the control of the game right now, the next series, who's in 5th place, man? Off the top of your head, you know? I'm not going to call you out for
BLG? No, Weibo.
Yeah,
Weibo.
yeah. No, it is BLG, correct. BLG is OMG's next series. And BL comically only have IG besides OMG left as well. It's not unreasonable, even if they drop this series, to pick up that win against BLG and then potentially still finish in 6th place and get themselves their best finish ever in the LPL by default. Everything is still on the table, but if they can somehow pull their way back in,
Yeah.
like you were saying, it then sets them up even further to try and confirm and lock in that 6th place.
Absolutely. Obviously, slight clarification there. Not their best ever. This OMG's been playing for a long time.
Of course. Well, you know, it's one of those things. Now I dissociate like the OMG of old.
I know exactly
So like the
what
new
you mean.
OMG, because I'm young in the League of Legends ecosystem as far as we're concerned. But speaking of things that could get old quite quick, this Baron dance is starting up.
Oh, Creme almost one shot on that one, putting a bit of pressure on Top Esports, but trading his entire health bar for it. But it's enough to dissuade the play from Top Esports. We're on the wrong side of things here with 10 seconds on the Drake. OMG, do you really want to go for this Drake again after what happened on the last one? Because Top Esports, they will just take towers, and you know it.
Definitely been willing to take towers for Dragons so far. They just gone, you know what, Ocean Dragon's not really worth it. It's okay. And I'll take this tier 2 up here off the back of that peel away. So very happy about this trade. Dragon will go over to OMG, but I don't think they care. And they could just return to the Baron if they so please. Abel is still on this Dragon down here. You can see in the picture-in-picture. It's finally picked up. And they're going to start this one back up. Yeah, they're going to slide back up. And the vision control still in their favor much, so it's still OMG that have to check into this fog of war.
Yeah, OMG got to face Jack. Creme, no ultimate for this one. All ults available for Top Esports 5K on the Baron rookie over the wall. Keep your eyes on QingTian. That Malphite ultimate to start fights off. So crucial. Azaki, the target, knocked up, taken down. No smites when you've got no jungler. As rookie. Oh,
Jackie's dead!
Shanji turns it around. Abel still alive as rookie finishes him off. Flashing forwards to make the hero play. Dodges the knockup. Uses his clone, somehow dashes back out of the play, blocking, and Mark saves his mid laner. Absolute heroics from rookie.
Oh, it's pandemonium in front of the Baron though. Junglers go down, and OMG, they find JackeyLove finally. It feels like they've been trying for 2 games, and it's the first time they're able to just blow him up. Let's look at how it even happens. It caught me off guard, to be entirely honest with you. Steps forward, Shanji's just not really being tracked here. He gets knocked up. But the charm in the middle of it all, is that what it is? Yeah, it just kind of catches them off guard as they're still walking forward, and Shanji just deletes him. Creme silently set up there the play that could have maybe snowballed even further. But such an excellent sidestep from Rookie in all of this tension. The clone comes back as well, just in case to potentially block a couple of skill shots. But Creme is slotting that charm home. Could have just kept OMG in the game.
Yeah, Ppgod with a triple knockup in the midst of all of that as well. I feel like Ppgod has been on it with this Rakan today. The fact that he misses the knockup onto Rookie, that's just Rookie things as opposed to a misplay from Ppgod. That was an insane escape. 3, 0, and 3, and we are witnessing a masterclass from Rookie. Oh, Creme, we've seen this before.
Not again.
He'll just walk away this time.
Not 2 times in a row. Yeah, QingTian's not going to find it this time. I think you're a little bit too late into the game for Malphite to be finding those kind of shenanigans. But for OMG, a massive team fight improves. You know, even though they're down several thousand gold, they're still capable of finding pretty positive fights, but they really do have to overstack, you know, CC onto multiple members, and they have to hope that somehow JackeyLove isn't caught up in the ultimate from Mark.
Yeah. And on the opposite side of that, right, for Top Esports, you have to wonder if they're feeling the pressure, if they're starting to sweat, because this is a team that has had insane expectations put over their heads since day one of this roster, like replacing Knight with Rookie. What a roster move for the off-season. And they've not really been able to live up to those expectations. They started the split strong, but weren't really able to keep the ball rolling. And now they have made playoffs, but they obviously want to skip the first round if they can. And they want to be looking good moving into playoffs as well, as Rookie trying to fight for vision here. Whether or not that pressure is going to go to these players, you have to ask, but they are veterans. This is one of the most veteran squads in the entire LPL. Shanji needs to be cautious on his pathing. Same for Abel. If they walk through there, could be disastrous. Rookie just trying to poke back and forth. This is tense.
Yeah, this actually resets will come through. So they're just saying, you guys aren't going to start this up, but Creme gets chunked out. He'll teleport if he really needs it.
Creme is boxing with shadows right now. Did you see those trades back and forth between Creme and Rookie? Like, Rookie just doesn't take damage back. He doesn't even take an auto, just dodging every skill shot. There is a ward in the Baron pit, but can Ahri get there fast enough? It's just being burnt down. 5k.
It's gone, I think.
QingTian wants to try and zone Ahri here.
He got it!
How are they flipping this? And are able to firing the wombo combo is massive for OMG and Top Esports. After everything we've seen today, they flip a Baron and throw the game.
They're flipping burgers again, and OMG get everything they could ever ask for. QingTian is probably going to get run down here by this duo of Shanji and of Ppgod. It's a shutdown onto him. For God's sake, 5 members, clean ace Baron. This is an inhibitor at the very least. If they really want it, they're just going to play safe. No one's really teamed up together right now. They'll get this tower, take a reset, look for the dragon, playing the safe route, because they know they're 1 away from so after this next dragon. I don't blame them. But let's just look at the replay. Plain and simple. No one is stopping Ahri from getting in here, and the smite comes in early. It's just 71 HP. That's the difference. As the ultimates and everything starts to fly through, and whilst everyone's CC'd up, again, Ppgod with another massive knockup. Shanji comes in, cleans house, whilst Abel as well, free hitting. It's just a perfect team fight for OMG. Nothing more, nothing less. And Top Esports routed in the Baron pit.
Trying to fight a Kennen in a Baron pit. There are very few worse ideas in League of Legends, honestly. And trying to just flip the Baron there. They knew where Ahri was. They had full vision of him. QingTian was marking him. They just watched him come into pit, take the Baron away from them. They could have just stopped DPS for a second, but I guess feeling like they couldn't win the team fight. Maybe just needed to retreat. Bad call from Top Esports either way. However you look at it, it's not worked out for them. And now OMG with a Baron in pocket. They now have the gold lead. They've been behind this entire game. And now 4,000 up with Baron. You have to start thinking maybe they're favored.
Maybe they are. They still have to worry a bit about some of the engage tools from Top Esports, right? Malphite, Wukong, still very scary, but honestly, Ppgod and Ahri as a duo have been so on point to set up Shanji in the last couple of team fights. Might not even matter. As Top Esports full defensive right now, Turtle just trying to wave clear. They're doing a pretty good job right now, to be fair, and OMG just aren't really willing to overforce, and you can't really blame them given how tumultuous this game has been so far.
And again, with how much is on the line for OMG, they want to skip the first round of playoffs. They are desperate for it. It would be their best result in years and years. Tian does get the blue buff.
Here we go.
One smite fight, but JackeyLove saved by Mark. That's Mark's ultimate on cooldown now. JackeyLove has to play perfectly. Ppgod into the backline. JackeyLove firing over the wall, but he just doesn't have the damage here. The rest of his team is being cut to pieces. And Shanji! Heroics from Shanji! A double triple for Creme! OMG, they might just have done it!
I think they have Munch. I think they've got a wave in the mid lane to work with, and they can end the game. The timers are there. OMG. I don't even know if you could call this consecutive of Top Esports and performances, but given the course of where we were in this game 5 minutes ago, it certainly is one. Top Esports, they throw away, and OMG happily close this game out and take down Top Esports 2-1.
What a moment for OMG. What a win over Top Esports. Colliding, sending themselves closer to that 5th, 6th position, to skipping the first round of playoffs. As you can see, massive smiles on the faces of the OMG players, and rightly so. as top esports, I feel like they gave us a bit of a charade. They gave us a bit of a song and dance. They managed to mimic what 2020 top esports would have done for a game and a half there, by then throwing everything